Let's take a gander at some patch notes, huh? Now that we've played a little bit of the PTS, so we kind of have a general idea of what's happening. Let's go look at some actual numbers where we can just kind of sit down and casually read something when we don't have to worry about, you know, getting one shot because somebody popped an Aegis. All right, we got a bunch of skins. Yep. There's a lot of skins in this patch. There's a lot of skin things. There's a battle pass. This is the battle pass right here. These guys. Battle pass stuff. It's like, ooh, scary, sexy demon battle pass. A Rama skin that they did not put a lot of effort into. Once you see it in the game, that skin's cool. That skin's cool. That's a Loki skin, so, you know, that skin's cool. That one was cool. This one's cool. Apollo is super sexy now. He's super hot Apollo. So he's got that going for him. New DLC. All the Season 9. Oh, yeah, this is the Season Pass. So you can buy the new Season Pass for Season 9 at the start of the year. $40 reduce. Comes with a bunch of stuff. You get all the gods for the year and all the recolors and all that kind of stuff. January 25th is when Season 9 is actually going to come out. There's going to be an event when it launches. As always with the event, pay more money, get more skins. General gameplay counts exactly level 30k, so some general gameplay fixes, nothing super crucial here. Fix an issue with the ranked leaderboards. I'll believe it when I see it. They've said that for years.
That new Nike skin, weary.
Fix an issue where Bone Rush was applying a slow. Okay. Some bug fixes. Bada bing, bada boom. War flag. Yeah, fix an issue where the gold gain from this item can stop working if multiple war flags were present on multiple players. Ah, yes. War flag so good. We're buying multiple of them. Okay. Right. They've got the new audio effects for actually knowing when the Gold Fury and Fire Giant and stuff dies, which is cool. They've got new audio effects just for quality of life, which is nice. Apollo got his remodel because he's super sexy Apollo now. Then we got commendation reward. 9.1 launch. You get a Sobek skin for good behavior. Look at that. Free skin. Ranked border. Yeah, you get the Golem Gab was the ranked reward for the year. They're doing a ranked reset. Looks like it's going to be a soft reset for ranked if you're into that. They've got Slash, which is the new game mode, which we haven't actually been able to play yet, but looks pretty fun. I'd like to play a couple of games of that at some point. It's basically, I mean, it's, you know, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid of Clash and Siege. Reading about it is not going to be very fun, though. Playing it would be fun. Reading about all of their minions, not very fun. Conquest, on the other hand, oy vey. Oy vey. Step 1, the map is real bright. Real aesthetic. Got a total aesthetic overhaul. The map itself is basically the same map. The map didn't actually change at all, other than really aesthetically. And the big actual change, which is the obelisk. All right, there's a lot of text here, but let's get this down to brass tacks, shall we? So how this dealio works is at the 4-minute marker, it turns on, and then there's a bunch of marked camps, and those marked camps are like extra special, and you go and you kill those marked camps, and then you pick up a little thing that drops from it, and it powers up your obelisk, and they can be stolen from your obelisk until it's all the way fully powered up. And if you get it all the way fully powered up, you get a giant boon, and it gives you this giant scepter. And the scepter goes around, and it does lightning projectile damage. 3.5% of the enemy's max health of pretty much everything around you. It's basically percent HP mystical mail, and it is wild. It is very good. Also, it can do healing, but the healing is kind of bugged right now. So, what is all this text possibly going to mean? You all have an obelisk. Yeah, they're banks of power. First to fill up their obelisk. Yep, you get the buff. That's what we just said. 4-minute marker, it turns on. Yeah, you get the jungle camps that are marked. They drop the things. You got to power it up completely. Yep. Offerings can be stolen. I didn't realize that I did your damage. I didn't realize you took damage for stealing them. That's good to know. Offerings can be stolen, and you take 10% of your current health as true damage for every offering stolen. That's good to know. See? There is useful information in the text. Did not know that. Right now I didn't know that because right now it's bugged and you don't take damage. Well, that'll make invading it a lot less enticing. So, no wonder we didn't notice. Then you get XP and gold for every offering you collect. Cool. Then they become inactive. Yep. Then you get the buff. And if you die with the buff, it goes away. Or until the buff respawns. This is the friendly Aura HP 5 dealio that also doesn't work right now. That doesn't really work. The baseline HP 5 does, but the triple effect does not. The damage does work though. The Naga is literally just where the Scorpions were beforehand. They are the exact same thing for all intents and purposes. They spawn where the old guys did, and you kill them, and they give you the stuff. Okay, Greater Scorpion, Draugr got replaced. Yeah, he's like a whole new little dealio. Fire Giant, increased physical magical power scaling from 2 to 4. Nailed it. Oh, look at you, Pyro. Some scalings on the Gold Fury. Who cares? Who cares? It all feels the exact same, to be honest. Arena, Joust changes. Yep. All right. Now into the actual stuff. This is where it gets crazy. That was all the technical mumbo jumbo. It doesn't really matter until you actually play a game anyway, you know? But this is the stuff that you're gonna be like, oh no. No, it can't be. Not during sweeps a week. So Relics still work the same. Level 1, level 12. And then you get the free relic still. The tier 2 upgrade now is 300 gold, and then the tier 3 relic is 800 gold, which actually means it's 500 gold total after you get to the tier 2. So it feels like basically kind of the same. It's not that much more expensive than previously it was to upgrade. So every active in the game now has 2 branching bonus relics on top of it. Every single one. Except for Phantom, because Phantom got removed. That was it. So Aegis now has 2 upgrades. This one, which is kind of a meme, you're invulnerable, and then you get movement speed, stacking up to 3 times for each instance of damage that you took. Cool. You're like, okay, I mean, that's cool, but it's not like game changing. May I welcome you to second Aegis, Aegis of Judgment. At the end of the duration, you explode, dealing 50% of the prevented damage as magical damage in a 30-unit radius, capped at 50% of your maximum health. It does damage. It do damage real good. Real good. I'm talking 800 damage, giant 30-unit radius nukes. Huge nukes. Massive. They fixed it, Michael. Cool. Belt of Frenzy is really cool. So you've got your new belts. This one right here increases your damage by 30%. Damage for 6 seconds. 50% attack speed increase, and this decays over that period every 0.5 seconds. But at the very start, 30% bonus damage. The other one, if you earn a kill or assist on an enemy god while it's active, the buff duration refreshes. And so it's basically like 2 times the potential duration. Berserker seems to be the one that's really cool, though. Then you've got the most broken active of all of them. You've got Blink, which turns into Corrupted Blink, which slows the enemy's movement speed or attack speed when you blink, which nobody has bought yet, because the other one is Scorching Blink, and it turns you into an Agony, and it does true damage to every enemy that you blink through. And it is not, when you get to max level, it does like 900 damage. It does like 900 true damage. So, you know, I got double blinked on, and it does stack. It does stack. I got double blinked on earlier at level 20, and I got killed by Blink. Like all of my health killed by Blink. So that's something that you have to watch out for. Then we've got Bracer, and I have no idea what the Bracer buffs are. I have not seen anybody pick it up yet. Place a Radiant Glow. Allies who move through this glow gain 20% increased power and movement speed, and acts as a sentry ward. Okay. 20% is not horrible. Movement speed for 8 seconds. 20% power. That's nice. The other one, allies who pass through it gain 10% power if above half health, or 15% movement speed if below. Fragment acts as a sentry ward on use. A light sprite appears, patrolling back and forth, revealing enemies along the way. Weird. So it gives you like extra bonus vision? It's kind of cool. Meditation cloaks has been slightly reworked. Meditation cloak is still good. And then the upgrades, I haven't seen a ton of these either. Enter a meditative state where nearby gods restore missing health and mana each tick. Every 4 seconds, each pulse reduces cooldowns for abilities by 1.5 seconds. We upped the cooldown, huh? We got 6 seconds. That's a 6-second AoE cooldown reduction. That's very good. 7% of missing health and mana each tick, too. That's nice. Real nice. The other one, meditative state. This one's weird. You restore less HP and mana, but you gain a protective barrier of wind that explodes if an enemy comes within 15 units, knocking them back. It's a very weird one. I think I saw one person buy it, but they were on my team, so I don't really know how it works. So then we've got Curse Donk now, which let's get through it. Curse Donk reduces healing received by all enemy gods 60% for 10 seconds. Removes 75% of any currently applied shield. Enemies that are healed while affected by this take 20% more damage from all sources, and all reduced healing by this effect is instead distributed to your allies. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Sure is. Then we've got the Drown Donk. Using this item reduces the healing received by all enemy gods within 55 units by 40% for 10 seconds and remove 75% of currently applied shields. Enemies that are healed cause a pool of miasma to form beneath them, and that deals 2% of the enemy's current health every 0.5 seconds while enemies are inside it, and refreshes the Ankh debuff effect. There is so much damage in Smite right now. So much damage. Heavenly Wings. This one will blow your freaking mind. Are you ready for this? Because not only does it give you more movement speed, it roots the enemy around you for a whole second. It sure does. It sure does. Then we've got the other one, which gives you the sprint effect. Also, you get that basic attack movement penalty taken off of you. So, for the duration, though, successful basic attacks increase the duration by 1 second up to 4 seconds. So that can last a solid 8 seconds if you wanted to. Who needs movement speed, attack speed penalty? 8 seconds. Pop, 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 pop. Talk about a gas pedal, dude. All of the relics are literally insane. They're all insane. We're probably just going to go through the relics right now, and then we'll do like a separate thing where we go over the rest of the changes, because literally the relics are all insane, and there's so many of them. Then we've got horrific. Still does horrific things. Then we've got the new horrifics. This one right here. Attack speed, damage slow, or damage reduction like usual. If the enemy deals 10% of an allied god's maximum health in this time, the debuff effect is increased by 10%, stacking up to 3 times, which means it can be a 45% damage reduction. 45. That's a lot. That's a lot. The other one is a tremor. If you get dealt 30% of their maximum health during the duration, they become tremored for 1.5 seconds. Sure is. Kabrakan, the active. Then we've got shells. Shell, absolutely. No exception to the rule. We've got fortifying shell. You take 50% reduced damage from basic attacks for the duration, plus your shield, of course. And if the shield is broken, allies gain a new buff, providing 20% damage mitigation and 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. That's right, more damage mitigation. Then you've got Phantom Shell, which is, what if Shell and Phantom were both the same active? This is why Phantom got removed. Because it's now in Shell. There you go. Then we've got beads. This one is hilarious. If you beads and you remove CC effects, for every CC effect that you remove or would have been hit by during the duration, it sends out a magic missile that deals 7% of the target who launched it at to use maximum health. Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. And it yeets it back at them. So that's a fun one. And then we have the classic temporal beads, which is your beads reduce your cooldowns by 3 seconds. So this is actually a real old school throwback. Real old school. Then we've got Shield of Thorns. I don't know what Thorns is going to do anymore. I haven't seen anybody build it, so we got to look through it. Decreased reflect damage from 30% of all damage taken to 25%. Added minus 25% lifesteal debuff for enemies attacking you. The wording of this lifesteal blocking effect was changed from can only lifesteal 25 to only conceal 75 to better indicate that it is removing 25. Okay, so it's removing 25% of the enemy's lifesteal, so that's pretty standard. So it's only reflecting 25% damage now. 50% debuff on the healing. What do you guys do? Thorns of Overgrowth. Using this item reflects 25% of all damage you take before mitigations for the next 5 seconds back to its owner's magic damage. If you're dealt 120 times your level damage while this is active, the effect will end early. While this is active, some enemies can only lifesteal you for 50% of their total. We know all that. Additionally, you gain 5% movement speed and attack speed for every enemy god within 20 units. So Bologna pops this and just goes to freaking town on your face. And you can't fight her back, of course, while she's running at you. Fun. What do you do, sapping strength? Reflex 35% of damage taken instead of 25 for the next 2 seconds. While active, they can only lifesteal you for 75% of total lifesteal. Each basic attack from enemies gods reduces the cooldown of this item by 0.5 seconds. And it decreases the cooldown from 120 to 80. So this is up like all the time. 80 seconds, you throw a relic dagger on top of this, plus that, you can literally pop this multiple times in the team fight. That is up all the time. That's annoying. All right. Sundering Spear. One of these is one of the better actives in the game right now. Like, Blink and Aegis are really nuts, but so is one of these upgrades. Yeah, I don't know what this one actually does. Fire a bolt that travels 70 units, stops when God hits, and splashes in a 20 unit radius, dealing 15% of current health as true damage and reducing shields by 75. Targets hit take 5% increased damage for 5 seconds, stacking 2 times. This relic has 2 charges. Okay, so it's like an AoE Sundering Spear. Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that one because it's the next one that everybody buys anyway. Welcome to Sundering Siphon. Fire a bolt that travels 50 units, stopping on the first god hit, reducing active shields by 75% and linking them to you. Think Osiris Tether. For the next 4 seconds, they're dealt 5% of their current health as true damage every second, and you receive half of that amount as healing. Enemies can break the link if they move 60 units from you. That's forever in Smite. This relic has 2 charges. A second hit on the same target will refresh the duration, which means you can hit this twice in a row on them after 4 seconds to have an 8-second siphon of 40% current health, which heals you for 20% of their current health. It is basically impossible to 1v1 somebody if they're Sundering Siphoning you. It's real good. Fun fact, getting blinked on by somebody and taking bleed damage over time and then getting Sundering siphoned, so you're bleeding from Sundering while you're bleeding from blink while they're attacking you, is not a great feeling. To be on the receiving end. To be on the dishing end, it's hilarious. Teleport. I don't know what these got either, so this will be new to me. Heroic Teleport. Teleport to any allied structure or ward while rooted in place. This effect is not interrupted by damage, but is interrupted by hard crowd control. After teleporting, you gain slow immunity, 20% movement speed, and 40 protections for 10 seconds. Okay. Persistent Teleport. Using this item allows you to teleport to any allied structure or ward while rooted in place, not interrupted by damage, but is interrupted by hard crowd control. Kills and assists on enemy gods reduce the cooldown by 10 seconds, and it's a 90-second cooldown. So teleporting all over the map. Weird. Very weird. There's a lot of strange implications with those two. Why can't I click off? Hello? There's a lot of really weird, strange interactions. And those are all of the relics. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. We're just going to have talked about kind of the relic changes, and then we'll do a separate thing where we go over all of the item changes, glyphs, god balance, and all of that stuff. Mostly because literally half of this patch is straight up relic changes. So we'll talk about the rest of them. Thank you for supporting the Twitchiest community. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and always hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for all your support and have a twitching day, y'all.